everybody. Today, I hope you're doing well. Today we're going to talk about your communication assignment. This is multiple days, but I think if I can, I'll go through the whole thing. So you should have the assignment in Schoology. It should be listed as communication assignment or online communication assignment. And then you also have the link to the notes. And there's this one set of notes that'll link to other notes also. There's like links and stuff on here. So this is where you just start for everything. So I just hop back on to this. And I'm going to have you go over the different communication levels, types, intimacy types, links, like how to communicate. The first one is the levels of communication. So it's just talking about superficial, personal, and validating. And so it's good to just think about the different ways that we communicate, because we communicate in different ways to different people and in different situations. So the superficial is just communication that takes up the majority of our communication. It's just about minor things. So it's like the weather. Examples would be weather, home, school, food, that kind of stuff. It's like things you would chit chat about with an acquaintance or someone you're just making small talk with, or someone you know too. But it's more of that small talk. Personal is communication involving opening up and talking about feelings, beliefs, and opinions that mean something to you. And this can be, example, could be all kinds of different things. You could talk about just how you feel about, a certain topic like politics, or your beliefs on religion, or your opinion about, like marriage or living together. It's anything like that. It can be your opinion on dogs versus cats, I guess. Sometimes people are very passionate about it. That could be a little more superficial too, but you kind of understand what I mean. So making sure you're filling out what it is, and then like the examples we're talking about as we do this. And then validating is communication reinforcing someone's feelings. So example of this is, of course you're anxious. Speaking before the audience the first time is scary for anyone. Okay, so it's not just telling or expressing our opinions, it's like validating how other people feel. And then on here, I have a link on the bottom that just gives a bunch of validating statements. It's like in like stuff for treatments and stuff, but it's just a really good way to think about how you can validate people, because sometimes it's hard to think about it, especially in the moment. So thank you for, so happy you're in my life. I believe in us. I love it when you. So these are all statements. These would be perfect for people if people have the love language of words of affirmation. These are really helpful for that. Okay, a lot of them are. Okay, so that's just a little resource to look at. You don't have to do anything with it. Okay, so that's this piece right here. So you just fill that in and then you're good. And then you go on to types of communication, and this just has communication types on there. And then we have verbal, and then listing examples on this as well. So, and then tips. So you're going to be verbal communication, list example, and then list a tip for this. So the example could be sharing one's feelings, listening, heart-to-heart talks, carrying words. And then the tips would be use strong, confident speaking voice, and use also active listening. So you're not, active listening is kind of the nonverbal a lot of times it's like, oh yes, but it's making sure that you're not spending all of your time doing all of the talking. Next one is nonverbal. Examples are smiling, eye contact, postures, gestures. Could also be touching, like holding hands or sitting. The tips for this is notice how your emotions feel physically and be intentional about nonverbal communications. And then make sure you click on like the nonverbal. It's a video clip of Friends on here. And then you watch it, and then tell me 2 examples of nonverbal communication, and then what was the nonverbal and what did it communicate. So once you show that. So you just hop up on there, it's just a little video clip, it goes through it all. Okay? Next we have intimacy level of communication. So you're going to use the following scale to rate how intimate the example of communication is in relationship to how close and how distant it is. So use most of the examples of how you communicate with people in your life. So if I'm going, and then there's the different types also. Written, visual, there's some extra ones, okay? So this piece is just talking about identify ways in which you're communicating, and then you'll label them the verbal, nonverbal, written, or visual, and you'll just rate how intimate or how less intimate. So if I put down, like if I put email, okay, like I email people all the time throughout the day, okay? Intimate, I would say that's like a 1, maybe 2, okay? And then I would put down that it's a written communication. Okay? I also maybe I would talk to people on the phone, or maybe I'm video chatting. That's going to change the rating. If I talk to someone in person and I'm like verbally communicating, how intimate is that? Okay, and I can also think of like, is there nonverbal things and nonverbal ways of communicate? Maybe like I give my daughter a hug. So that's a different type, different like intimacy. How close are you with someone when you're doing those? And then just rate them. Which one levels do you use the most? And then how effective you think that type is, or misunderstandings occur. Make sure you're giving me good detail in this. Okay, so that's that piece. Make sure you fill those all out. So communication paradox, more equals less. So the more communication options we have, like internet, email, voicemail, phone, cell phone, the less time and attention we actually have to like the bigger communications to create more of that intimacy piece. Normally we do a little activity, but we're not partners, so we can't do that. The next piece is the healthy and unhealthy communication methods. So this is its own little Google slide here. So you want to pop that up, and then this will go talking about different communication methods, and it gives like what is it, and then some examples on each of these. So this is where you would put this: assertive, ways they communicate, is it healthy or unhealthy, identify someone you know that communicates this way. If you don't know of somebody, think of like a celebrity or a character in a show, and you can put that too. Okay, and you're going to fill each of those out. So if I did assertive, I would say this is style about winning. Aggressive person thinks they're right all the time. Okay, and then it says, is it effective or ineffective? And you put ineffective. Okay, often can't take responsibility, okay, for their actions. So you think of someone in your life or someone that's like celebrity or a character in a book. A book or a movie or a show. You need to put that down. And this is just how that looks too. So when you're filling this out, I think I don't have that piece on there, but I think it's really helpful. Like sometimes we say, well, this is what this person is like in their personality, but how does that actually, is it spoken? Is it just you in there? How does that actually look? And you'll just go through and you'll do each of these different things. So look at each of the different ones on there, and fill those in. And then it says, what style methods do you lean to the most? And a lot of times people want to do it a certain way, but it's okay for you to say, you know what, I do kind of have a tendency to do this. That's part of what this is about, is growth. And then just kind of how can you work to maintain if you're already doing well, or actually gain more healthy style or method. Okay, so making sure you're filling that out. Okay. And the next piece is your communication styles. So you'll go back to the original notes, and then you click on the next folder, and then this is it brings you a link for a little communication styles quiz. It's just kind of like a little different way. I think it's just fun to do a little quiz to kind of see where you land on here. And this one's showing you what they do: analyzer, director, socializer, relator, or all the different options. And then just kind of read the information, but you can take the quiz. I believe you have to sign up. I can't remember now. Oh, yeah, I think it's on here. So right in here it says, which communication style do you have? It looks like a little video thing, but it's not. You click on let's get started, And then you answer the questions. Like this one, at large social gathering, you are most likely to interact with many different people, strangers included, talk one-on-one mostly with people you already know, use the opportunity to make important contacts, leave as soon as it is polite to do so. Okay, so like if I pick that one, then it'll bring me to my next one. Okay, I'm just going to kind of click through. Oh, every once in a while, little sponsored things come up, just exit out. So I'm just clicking real quick so you can kind of see. Again, get off of that. And every once in a while it takes a little bit. Oops, I missed one. So just go off the ad. This one I just gotta wait. Oh. Okay. Almost there. Oh, and I missed one, I think, back here. Oh, these pop-ups are ridiculous. It didn't used to be this bad. Sorry, feel free to forward through until I get done with this so you can see what it looks like. Not letting me submit. Maybe I missed more than one. I should be getting this to submit. It just doesn't want to for some reason. I don't know if the district has locked or what. So if you can get it to submit, great. If not, I just want you to scroll down and read these. See which one you think fits you best, and then go ahead and just pick that, okay, for when you're filling out this bottom stuff. So you can fill out the information based on those, how to communicate with this person, what's the best way to do that, and then again, someone you know. Then you take your little quiz on here. Oh, so same spot, just scrolling down to here, try to get started, hopefully it'll work for it better for you. I don't know why mine won't. Yeah, again, read through, just see what you think. Try to pick out what yours is if it doesn't do it for you. Okay, and then looking, we have their processing and thinking style. So I don't need that one. This is going how we process. So it's in external, people who talk to think, like think out loud, can be seen as chatty or flighty since they don't have solid plans. Or internal, it's people who think to and then they talk. So often more quiet, want to be alone to understand their ideas and feelings, can be seen as uncooperative or not approving. Okay, and a lot of times there can be conflict when you have people that are different ways. Okay, and then so we just have a little article that's more specific. And it gives you more information about it if you'd like to learn more. And then like you just tell me what you think yours is, and what you should keep in mind if you're interacting with someone with the opposite style. Okay, and then and again, just click on the article if you'd like to learn more on that. And then the last piece is this effective communication tips article. So you click on that piece, and then it has 10 tips for effective communication. Read through it. And then on here, you're going to tell me what 2 tips do you think would be the most challenging. And that to me means those are the things that you really need to work on more. What 2 do you think you already do fairly well, or at least better than some others? Then pick 2 tips and explain how you're going to focus on improving and communicating this way. So they can be the first 2 tips. If they're the most challenging, that might make the most sense. But then tell me, how are you actually going to improve on communicating that way? Okay? And that's your piece. So this is multiple days. You don't have to get it done. Please just look at the weekly information for how far you should go. Okay, have a good day, everybody. Please let me know if you have any questions.